Tributes continue to pour in from around the world honoring boxing legend Muhammad Ali. How the Kentucky native will be honored tonight in his hometown of Louisville.
The mother of a Lexington murder victim takes the stand as the trial of a man accused of killing him gets underway.
They're designed to treat people who are addicted to drugs, but are Kentucky's methadone clinics hurting more than they're helping?
This is WKYT News at 6.
Good evening to you. Remembering a legend. Tonight, people all around the world continue to pay tribute to Kentucky native Muhammad Ali.
The boxing champ died Friday night after a long battle with Parkinson's disease. He was 74. Ali's hometown of Louisville has planned a week of tributes for him, and one of them is tonight outside the home where he grew up. Sean Moody joins us live with our top story at 6. Sean?
Hey there, Sam and Amber. People have been coming and going all day long, bringing mementos, tributes to him. You can see those on the front porch behind me. Muhammad Ali's home really only just opened for tours a couple of days before he died. One of the organizers said Saturday morning at 2 o'clock, people started bringing out these tributes for him. The people who have gathered here today says this shows just what his spirit was able to do. Most days the house would stand out anyway with that bright pink paint, but today you can definitely tell there was someone special here.
He has affected, folks are on a different level, a higher level.
When you do good, good comes back to you. And this is his goodness that he did.
For days now, people have been coming out to leave tributes to the greatest and share stories.
In school, he was just, all the girls loved him because he was just so gentle and kind. And everybody, even the guys, loved him. He was just a kind-hearted person.
Tonight's event will be a reflection on Ali's life. People who have come out today said even in death, Ali is still bringing people together.
And I remember 67 and through 74, and that man was vilified and crucified and probably would have been lynched if they could have got their hands on him.
Right.
But now to see the same people embrace him as one of their own, it gives you faith in humanity.
Again, this event begins at 6:30. Just in the past 15 minutes or so, a lot more people have come out. We'll show you what happens at that event later on WKYT News at 11. Live in Louisville, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Sean, thank you. Now, other memorials for Muhammad Ali are scheduled in Louisville later this week. On Thursday, an Islamic funeral prayer program will be held at noon at Freedom Hall. It is open to the public. A funeral procession will travel through Louisville Friday morning along past locations that were important in Muhammad Ali's life. And a public funeral service will be held Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock at the KFC Yum Center. It is open to the public, but only about 1,500 seats will be available. Tickets will be handed out beginning at 10 Wednesday morning at the Yum Center box office. That service will also be streamed live online. You'll be able to see it at WKYT.com.
The trial of a man accused of killing a Lexington man and stuffing his body in a barrel started today. Lexington police say Mark Taylor killed Alex Johnson in December of 2013. Johnson's body was later found in the Kentucky River. Johnson's mother was one of the first people to take the stand today. Victor Puente has the latest.
Alex Johnson's mother took the stand today. She only answered a few questions, but she's expected to testify again. She's one of several people who will be called as a witness. Robert Mark Taylor is charged with killing Alex Johnson in December of 2013. Johnson's body was found in the Kentucky River, stuffed in a barrel, just a few weeks later. Prosecutors say Taylor picked Johnson up at his apartment and then beat him to death in Taylor's car. A little more than a week after Johnson went missing, Taylor had his car cleaned and then destroyed.
When Mr. Rodriguez asked the defendant what happened in the car, the defendant told him, "You don't want to know." Mr. Rodriguez then took the car over to Baker Iron and Metal on December the 30th of 2013, and the car was crushed and sold for scrap.
One of the key witnesses for prosecutors is Timothy Tiny Ballard. Ballard is expected to testify that he was with Taylor when Johnson was killed and they stole money and marijuana. Taylor's attorneys say he and Johnson were friends and that Ballard is only testifying as part of his plea deal.
Because if Tiny's lying, Mark's not a murderer. There's one other person in that car, and that was Tiny Ballard.
Johnson's mom testified that they had hired a private investigator after he went missing. She also told Taylor's attorney that she had no idea her son sold large amounts of marijuana.
No, I didn't know at any time that he was.
Johnson's girlfriend is also expected to testify. She was on the phone with him the last night he was heard from. She said she heard him welcome Taylor into his apartment. In Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
And Victor, thank you.
An inmate who police say escaped today was not on the run for long. The Garrett County Sheriff says his deputies were taking 12 inmates from the courthouse back to the Lincoln County Jail, but he says inmate David Hall used a key to unlock his shackles and his handcuffs, then kicked out the back window of the transport van and ran off.
It's kind of an older van and it's in pretty bad shape, but it's what we have, so yeah, he took advantage of that situation.
The sheriff says Lincoln County deputies caught Hall less than an hour later hiding beside a nearby trailer park. They're still trying to figure out how he got the handcuff key.
Prosecutors in Cincinnati say they will not file charges against a mother whose child fell into the gorilla exhibit at the Cincinnati Zoo. Video showed the gorilla dragging the boy through water at the exhibit. Zoo workers then shot and killed the gorilla to rescue the boy. Investigators say the boy climbed over an outer barrier before falling about 15 feet into the exhibit. Cincinnati police later questioned the boy's mother, but this afternoon, prosecutors said they couldn't find a reason to charge her.
For instance, had she been in the bathroom smoking crack and let her kids run around the zoo, that'd be a different story. But that's not what was happening here. She was being attentive to her children by all witness accounts, and the 3-year-old just scampered off.
In a statement released this afternoon, the boy's family said they are pleased that no charges will be filed, and they called it another step in returning to a normal family life. The gorilla exhibit is expected to reopen tomorrow with a taller barrier. It is estimated that at least 40,000 people in Kentucky are struggling with drug addiction, and methadone has emerged as a medication treatment option.
And there are only about 20 clinics in Kentucky that use methadone, but are they helping or hurting? Miranda Combs went to one of the clinics.
There was 6,000 deaths from polio. There's 500% more deaths now because of opioid overdoses.
A lot of people are searching for answers.
Drugs take good people and do bad things to them.
I actually was checking into getting more body bags.
If someone's dead, we can't get them into treatment.
Ways to stop the cravings.
I never dreamed I'd be sober. Honestly, I thought I would die a drug addict, so.
We've investigated several.
This is something that's so simple. It's a once-a-month shot.
Vivitrol, abstinence, Suboxone.
There has to be some kind of conscience inside of you that says, look, I can't keep doing this.
What we've learned is there's no one solution.
You know, the first few months was pretty tough, and I managed, but then, like the past 5 months has been real rough.
And sometimes you have to take a step back before you can move forward.
It's horrible. It sucks. I hate it. Trust me, I hate myself for it every day. Like, it sucks. But you gotta live with it. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it now. All I think I can do is move forward and, you know, fight it.
He's in shadows because he doesn't want people to know he comes here. He's here to take a drug that's remained in the shadows as well for decades.
People fear that the people who go to the clinics are going to worsen their neighborhood.
Methadone was around way before Suboxone. It's a pure opiate agonist. The more you take, the more you feel, the more likely to OD.
The person who perhaps has addicted to multiple substances, has lost everything, cannot be relied upon to take their medications as directed, can benefit from the structure of a methadone clinic.
Its dosing is controlled like this, in stalls. Patients line up daily to get their dose.
We put it in the cup, they verify the dose. We add a little bit of water to it, it kind of expands, make a paste out of it, and then they pour as much water as they want in the cup.
The medicine fills that spot.
This is his first day at this Lexington methadone clinic.
How many hours ago did you have any heroin or anything else?
It's been over 24 hours.
This interview is to in part gauge how much methadone he needs to stay off street drugs. But he already knows what methadone will feel like. He says he's bought it on the street.
How'd you get started?
I started out just abusing my mother's pain pills, you know, stealing from her.
He says he's tired of that life.
You're always chasing a high, and this place, you know it's here. they're not going to run out. And, they're not going to raise the price on you. They're not going to, rip you off.
His $100 a day habit is replaced with a $95 a week charge for methadone.
It's pretty much just like a substitute for your drug.
But a woman we interviewed has issue with that.
If you come here just as a way to replace what you're doing on the street, then you're just trying to trick a system, is the way I see it.
She's been coming to this methadone clinic for 3 years and changed her life.
So when I hear things like, it's just a place for somebody to go get high, it just really upsets me because I'm living proof that it helps.
She's graduated to where she doesn't have to come every day. She's earned the clinic's trust to come a couple of times a week.
If anybody is as bad as I was, it can change. If I can change, anybody can change. That's the way I see it, because I was, doing it all. And it changed me. This place has saved my life.
This place was her answer. But even the man handing out the help knows it's not for everyone.
Whether it's through abstinence or methadone or Suboxone, and you get that improved behavior, you get a much better society with reduced crime and reduced disease.
The state narcotics authority says there are 20 methadone clinics in Kentucky. They range in size from 100 patients to 1,000 patients. But Dr. Lamb says that's a small number compared to the amount of people in Kentucky dealing with addiction. He says there needs to be more treatment options available.
You visited a Lexington methadone clinic,
Yes.
and when you talk to people who live in that area, neighbors, any concerns about what's going on outside the clinic?
There wasn't. They said there's a lot of traffic in the mornings when they come to get their methadone, and there's also a police presence, but they haven't had any problems, and these were businesses in the area right around them.
All right, Miranda, thank you. Well, fireworks will light up the sky for a few minutes along Alumni Drive in Lexington tonight. The reason why next.
And we have gorgeous weather ahead of us over the next few days. But speaking of fireworks, I'll show you why at least part of the 7-day is hot as the 4th of July in just a moment.
WKYT is putting the new back in late news with newer stories and more updates. So there's less repetition, which means no wasted time. WKYT News at 11. Newer, fresher, worth staying up for.
Hey y'all, I'm Denise. I'm Crystal. I'm Jamie. Enjoy our show. See more of our show and start enjoying yours at visitmo.com.
If you asked any company to stop calling your cell phone and they don't, you may be entitled to $1,500 for every call, even if you owe them money. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
When you play Kentucky lottery games like 5-Card Cash, college students all over Kentucky are dealt a winning hand.
Fueling imagination.
Funding education.
Early mornings, long nights. Rain or shine, you keep going. Sometimes you feel like you'll never get there, but you keep putting one foot in front of the other because they need you to. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Every day, every dollar you've planned one step at a time. Well, with some really good help. It's for them. It's always been for them.
Trust our team to help you cross the finish line. Wealth South. Your race, our team.
I've been to a lot of funerals, but the end-of-life celebration at Clark Legacy Center was different. The mood was upbeat, and it brought back all the happy times I had with my friend Jim, and the impact that he had on my life. It was a real celebration, and it made people feel better at a difficult time. I know it did for me.
Call us to plan your end-of-life celebration.
DQ funnel cake a la mode? Hold on!
For the next hours. Cloudy tomorrow.
Funnel cake has a new home. The DQ Bakes new funnel cake a la mode with the world-famous DQ soft serve and your favorite topping. This is fan food, not fast food.
Funnel cake a la mode.
You don't have to wear smaller diamonds.
The Castle is the biggest discounter of diamonds, fine jewelry, and pre-owned Rolex watches. Shop 10 Castle locations or thecastlejewelry.com.
Ryan.
I'm Christina.
Enjoy our show. See more of our show and start enjoying yours at visitmo.com.
The 4th of July is a little less than a month away, can you believe it? But people living near the UK campus will notice some fireworks tonight. At 9 tonight, Lexington City leaders plan to launch fireworks from a site on Alumni Drive near the Arboretum. That's the new location for the city's 4th of July fireworks show. City leaders say the test will last about 3 minutes. They hope it will help them find out which parts of Lexington people will be able to see the fireworks from. New tonight, Governor Matt Bevin's administration now accepting nominations for Kentucky colonels again. Last month, the governor temporarily stopped issuing Kentucky colonel commissions, but because he wanted some time to look over the application process for the honorary title. But today, state leaders announced a new online form that has been created to make Kentucky colonel nominations. We have a link to that form at WKYT.com. The title is the highest honor bestowed by a Kentucky governor.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Hey everybody, back here at the University Club of Kentucky. It is the 27th annual St. Joseph Foundation Golf Tournament. Golf tournament is wrapping up, and if you notice, there's something missing from my hand. They came out here, they took the putter away from me. All right, they said, that's it, we're cutting you off right there. They were watching, apparently. Weather-wise, though, hey, I'll stick to what I'm at least a little better at. The weather, absolutely gorgeous, delivering the goods out here today. A little look outside at some of our live sky cams right now with the temperatures showing low 80s into most of central and eastern Kentucky. So absolutely good stuff that is across the entire area right now. Temperatures throughout the entire region topping out in low 80s today, but boy, it was awfully nice. Very little humidity in the air. You just wait until the next few days. Humidity levels come down even more. Temperatures are going to drop as well. We're going to stay in the 70s for likely 2 or 3 days in a row. Defender radar network, nothing across central and eastern Kentucky, though some thunderstorms trying to pop to our north. That's along a cold front that is slowly working its way toward the south and southeast. That arrives later tonight into early tomorrow, and that may have a broken band of at least some scattered showers and some thunderstorms with it. The big news, though, the chilly air coming in behind that. That's going to set up shop across the eastern part of the country over the next few days. You combine that front with what's going on down in the Gulf of Mexico, and if you were just waking me up after a 10-year sleep and asked me what month it was by looking at that weather map, I would say the month of September. That is exactly what you would see later in late summer or early fall. With a tropical system in the Gulf, that is Colin, heading across Florida and likely up the east coast of the United States toward parts of the Carolinas over the next few days. Should stay as a tropical storm with rain the primary threat. Is that going to impact our weather? No, it isn't. The 3-day threat track showing at least a threat for a scattered thunderstorm tomorrow. But the really good stuff comes in tomorrow night into Wednesday and Thursday. Highs in the 70s. That taste of September into the entire area. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast to show you how we get there. With temperatures as we go through the rest of the evening, quickly dropping, and through tomorrow, temperatures don't respond a whole heck of a lot. We'll start out with some upper 50s to around 60. By the end of the day, though, 70 to 75 into most areas under a partly sunny sky with a chance for a scattered thunderstorm. Into Wednesday, low 50s to begin the day, maybe a few upper 40s out there. Highs, low 70s, low humidity. Wednesday's a hooky day from work. All right, if you miss out on that one, try to schedule that sick day for Thursday. Highs on Thursday after we start things out in the 40s will only be into the mid and upper 70s. Now that's a little warmer, but it is still cooler than where we should be for this time of year. Wait, did I say cooler? Check out the extended forecast this weekend. Here come the 90s. I think we hit 90 for the first time this year into much of central and eastern Kentucky. That'll happen either Saturday or Sunday or both. Thunderstorms on Friday could at least interrupt or introduce the heat coming up for the weekend. I think more storms then knock the heat back down into the first part of next week. But boy, oh boy, what a gorgeous 3-day stretch of weather we have ahead of us. And I don't want to shortchange what's going on out here right now, guys. Weather is about as good as you could get, except they stole my putter. That's all I got.
All right, Chris Bailey. Well, you have to go find it. And you heard him, so he said we could take a day of hooky. You take Wednesday, I'll take Thursday. How about that?
All right, it's a plan. Thank you, boss.
Up next, one man who fought him remembers Ali.
Well, the fight in Zaire, a terrible memory for George Foreman. He has nothing but good memories of Ali. And John Calipari getting his players on campus. His son, Brad, now officially a Wildcat. That's next in sports. Stay with us.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you. WKYT.
At Bryant Heating and Cooling, providing home comfort is our only priority.
That's why we're always here for you, and we never charge overtime. No hidden fees.
Because we know if you're calling on the weekend, something's wrong.
Call us anytime. We're here when you need us most.
At Baptist Health, we want you to know the facts. Visit BaptistHealthDocs.com to view a video of neonatologist Tanya Reed and learn more about our new North Tower. Baptist Health Lexington. Be a healthier you.
You know that old saying, there's 1,000 ways to slice a grape? Well, tell Arby's about the other 999, because we're still stuck doing it this way. Every morning, hand slicing grapes just for one seasonal sandwich. If Arby's does all this work for just one sandwich ingredient, imagine what kind of effort we put into the rest of them. I mean, is somebody back there cracking pecans? Arby's, we have the meat.
I work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Start your bankruptcy for only $78 now. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
Guys, our number's way! Yeah, way! We can finally stop playing these wedding gigs and start rocking out!
Hey, guys! What's going on?
Lenny, I hope you got that ticket in the same place, bro! Yeah!
Ticket?
The only way you can win Kentucky's Powerball or Mega Millions jackpot is if you actually buy your ticket.
All right, let's get Tim and Don on the dance floor. Whatever. Go.
What we do is not about sickness. It's about living. Because you were made to live and live well. Let us show you how care is supposed to be. Lexington Clinic, your doctors for life.
As America's longest-lasting pickups, Ram's continued leadership is eye-opening. Like Ram 3500 with the best towing and the best torque. And Ram 1500 with the best fuel economy. It's no wonder more people are driving Ram trucks than ever before. Join us now during the Ram Drive and Discover event. Returning FCA lessees finance and get $10,000 in total values on the purchase of a 2016 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab.
At Bryant Heating and Cooling, providing home comfort is our only priority.
That's why we're always here for you, and we never charge overtime. No hidden fees.
Because we know if you're calling on the weekend, something's wrong.
Call us anytime. We're here when you need us most.
The tributes continue to pour in for Muhammad Ali, who died late Friday night. George Foreman fought Ali just one time, the Rumble in the Jungle in 1974, a fight that devastated Foreman. He has the best memories of Ali.
Oh, he was the greatest man I ever met. To say he was the greatest boxer is a put down. He was bigger than boxing. He was bigger than anything. I mean, if you are a movie star and you went out to see Muhammad Ali, you become a better movie star, a better lawyer, a better doctor. He was truly the greatest.
It'll be father coaching son. The final piece of John Calipari's 2016 recruiting class is in place, and Cal didn't have to look far. It is his son, Brad Calipari. Today, it all became official with the players reporting over the weekend. Brad Calipari enrolling in summer school. He will walk on for the Wildcats. Brad started at LCA, finished his prep career at the McDuffie School in Massachusetts. Last summer, the younger Calipari played for the Kentucky Travelers, averaging 3 points in 10 minutes per game. I'm excited for Brad, said Cal. I'm so proud of how hard he's worked to get to this stage. Brad chose to go to prep school on his own. It ended up being a great decision. It was also his decision to be a part of this team. With that said, I'm looking forward to coaching my son. Skal Labissiere said farewell to UK after one season. He now looks forward to the NBA draft on June 23rd. It is just 2 weeks from Thursday. By all accounts, Skal put in a good workout Sunday at the Relativity Sports Pro Day down in Bradenton, Florida. Afterwards, he spoke with Alex Kennedy of Basketball Insiders. Skal says he's been putting on weight.
Back at 220. That's where I was last summer, and I definitely take that very seriously. I think, as I get stronger and bigger, and that's going to be a big part of it. It's going to really help me moving forward, and, learning how to fight the post and being a physical presence down there, and that's going to be a big part of my game.
And the Warriors made it look easy in a dominating win over the Cavaliers Sunday night. Draymond Green led Golden State in scoring with 28. The Warriors shot 45% from three-point range, holding Cleveland to just 35% shooting from the field. The result, a 35-point win and a 2-0 series lead for Golden State.
They just beat us at every we didn't win anything. No points of the game did we beat them in anything. Even when we had an early lead, they beat us to 50-50 balls. They got extra possessions. They got extra tip-ins. They beat us pretty good tonight.
It's a little stuff that you don't see that on the stat sheet that has gotten us to this position. That's where you become a consistent team, and we need that along the way for sure.
So the series now moving to Cleveland Wednesday, and the Cavaliers have to get it together. Sam Amber, back to you.
Time is running out. Thank you, Rob. Final check of your first alert forecast is next.
Then on the CBS Evening News, the latest from the campaign trail as we're now just a day away from the final round of primaries.
WKYT's First Alert Weather follows you wherever you go, on TV, online, on your phone, and throughout the day on 104.5 The Cat.
A season pass to Kentucky Kingdom is only $59.95. And with benefits like free parking and dollar drinks, a season pass pays for itself in just one visit. And enjoy the rest of the summer for free. Visit KentuckyKingdom.com or your local Kroger. 1 day left.
19 pool tables and a full bar. Only at Silver Q on New Circle Road.
Kentucky Lottery jackpot sequence has been initiated. Prepare for current jackpot amount.
Tuesday's Mega Millions jackpot is $260 million.
Back in 1809, I, Ether McDowell, performed the very first abdominal surgery right here in Danville. And since that time, I've seen generations of medical professionals build upon my work. I've seen awe-inspiring breakthroughs, and I've seen doctors with the ability to cure ailments that even I would have thought impossible. Today, the hospital that bears my name still captures the essence of who I am, and I could not be prouder.
If time is infinite, why is there never enough of it? A John Deere One Family tractor with Quick Park lets you attach and go. iMatch Quick Hitch gives you more time for what you love, so it takes less work to do more work. Auto Connect Drive Over Mower Deck? Done. They're not making any more land, but there's plenty of time if you know where to look.
Stop by Bevins Motors in Georgetown, Richmond, Mount Sterling, and Paris, or at bevinsmotors.com.
Dad, who's Captain D?
Legend has it, it was World War II fighter pilot Captain George Dillinger who crash-landed on a deserted island. He survived there for years, perfecting his seafood recipes, until he learned that the island wasn't so deserted after all.
That's not true, is it?
Not even a little, Bobby. The truth is, our new Fish and D's Jumbo Coconut Shrimp Meal is sure to be one of your favorites, like our popular sampler meal. For full meals starting at $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
Flowers are important because they cheer people up, they make people feel better, they say sorry in a really easy way. And that's important to me because if someone's celebrating the birth of a baby or a graduation or some huge success, I get to be a part of that celebration. But every customer wants to be treated like you know them or like you are their friend. I promise, if you come in and get a bouquet from me, it will be fresh, colorful, made with care, and made with you in mind. Hi, I'm Amber and I'm from the Portland Kroger.
Let's hear it for Bite. Char. Pop. Savory flavors that won't stop. Fire up memories for the whole family. Campfire meals unwrapping now at Cracker Barrel.
A
America's most anticipated coaster. Storm Chaser, our 5th coaster, only at Kentucky Kingdom. Because all that really matters is the thrill.
Beautiful night out there. Our Chris Bailey's still working on his golf game. We expect him back sometime tonight.
He's got a long way to go.
You said it, I did it.
All right, CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley is coming your way next.
Have a good night.